What is happening, sports fans, and welcome back to the Roger Report. The news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the unmissable updates you need to hear right now. From jaw-dropping plays on the field to seismic shifts in the league, buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the stories that are dominating the headlines and shaping the future of the game. You don't want to miss a second of this. Let's get straight into it. First up, the Pittsburgh Steelers and their star quarterback Aaron Rodgers delivered a performance that had fans on the edge of their seats. We're talking about a massive play involving DK Metcalf that set the tone early. Next, we're heading back to where it all began for one of the league's biggest names. Aaron Rodgers is making his triumphant return to MetLife Stadium, but this time, he's not in the home locker room. We've got the inside scoop on his homecoming with the Pittsburgh Steelers after his time with the New York Jets. And speaking of Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback is making headlines off the field too. After a huge win, he gave a special shout-out that has everyone talking. Who is the mystery woman behind the star's success, and what did he reveal after that thrilling game against the Jets? Finally, we're breaking down all the key takeaways from that electrifying Week 1 matchup. Were there overreactions? Was Aaron Rodgers truly elite? We're dissecting the Steelers' win over the Jets, looking at the defense, the offensive line, and the incredible play from the receiving core. You've got to hear this analysis. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for all the latest, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's go. DK Metcalf's explosive play sets the stage. Get ready for a highlight reel moment that had everyone talking. In a pivotal Week 1 matchup, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers connected with wide receiver DK Metcalf for a spectacular 23-yard catch and run down the sideline. This wasn't just any play. It was a display of precision and athleticism that energized the crowd and signaled the start of an unforgettable game. Rodgers, known for his pinpoint accuracy, delivered a perfect pass, and Metcalf showcased his incredible speed and agility, turning a routine completion into a game-changing gain. This electrifying connection between Rodgers and Metcalf wasn't just a moment of individual brilliance. It was a clear indicator of the potent offensive firepower the Steelers brought to the field against the New York Jets. The play immediately sparked conversations online, with fans praising the chemistry between the new quarterback-receiver duo and celebrating the sheer excitement of seeing such a dynamic play unfold. Analysts are already pointing to this connection as a sign of what's to come for the Steelers' offense this season. This play was just the beginning of an offensive explosion. Next, we're diving into the emotional return of Aaron Rodgers to a stadium he knows all too well. Rodgers returned to MetLife, a Steelers' homecoming. Aaron Rodgers stepped back onto the hallowed turf of MetLife Stadium, not as a Jet, but as the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This return marked a significant moment, bringing the veteran QB back to the scene of his recent past with the New York Jets. The atmosphere was charged with emotion as Rodgers navigated the familiar surroundings, this time leading the opposing team. Shaking hands with former colleagues and heading to the visitors' locker room, the visual was striking, a testament to the unpredictable nature of professional sports. This homecoming wasn't just a game. It was a narrative of redemption and a fresh start for Rodgers, who was eager to prove his worth with his new squad. The game itself was a high-stakes affair, with Rodgers looking to make a statement against the team that had previously been his own. Fans and analysts alike were keenly observing his every move, eager to see how he would perform in such a personally charged environment, with many noting the stark contrast of him now leading the Steelers against his former team. But the story doesn't end on the field. Rodgers also made waves off the field with a heartwarming post-game revelation. Rodgers' mystery wife shout-out after Steelers' victory. In a moment that captured hearts and sparked widespread curiosity, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers gave a heartfelt shout-out to his wife following their hard-fought victory over the New York Jets. This public acknowledgement comes after Rodgers masterfully led the Steelers to a thrilling 34-30 win at MetLife Stadium, a venue that held particular significance for him. Rodgers, who has kept his personal life remarkably private, expressed profound gratitude for his wife's support, crediting her encouragement for helping him navigate his decision-making process during the offseason. He spoke of his happiness in being a Steeler and his satisfaction with the game's outcome, emphasizing the personal nature of the win against his former team. The quarterback's mention of his wife, whose identity remains a closely guarded secret, underscores a deep personal connection and a source of strength away from the gridiron. This public display of affection and reliance on his wife, whom he first mentioned late last year and confirmed he married earlier this year, adds another fascinating layer to the veteran quarterback's comeback story, resonating with fans who admire his blend of on-field performance and private devotion. This emotional victory brings us to a crucial question. Was Aaron Rodgers truly back to his elite form, or were these just Week 1 overreactions? Steelers Week 1 overreactions, Rodgers elite, run defense woes. Did Aaron Rodgers prove he's still an elite quarterback in his Steelers debut? The 41-year-old gunslinger led Pittsburgh to a dramatic 34-32 victory over the New York Jets, a game that turned into a high-octane shootout rather than the defensive battle many anticipated. Rodgers delivered a vintage performance, completing 22 of 30 passes for 244 yards and 4 touchdowns, showcasing his still lightning-quick arm and elevated football IQ. His effectiveness on third downs and in the red zone, coupled with his ability to extend plays, certainly points to a quarterback who can still lead a team to victory. However, questions linger about his deep ball, which wasn't heavily tested. On the flip side, the Steelers' run defense showed concerning signs, surrendering 182 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground, a performance that echoed last season's struggles. While the absence of key players and the newness of the defensive unit offer some context, the inability to consistently stop the run remains a significant concern. Adding to the offensive line's struggles, Rodgers was sacked 4 times, raising alarms about his protection and the team's overall ability to establish a consistent run game. Despite these concerns, the receiving corps, led by DK Metcalf and a surprisingly strong showing from Calvin Austin III, proved to be a formidable weapon for Rodgers. Kicker Chris Boswell also delivered under pressure, nailing the game-winning 60-yard field goal, solidifying his status as one of the league's best. The jury is still out on some aspects, but Rodgers' ability to orchestrate a win is undeniable. This thrilling Week 1 action has set the stage for an incredible season. Stay locked on the Rodger Report for all your breaking sports news and analysis. And that's a wrap on another jam-packed episode of the Rodger Report. We saw DK Metcalf's explosive catch, Aaron Rodgers' emotional return to MetLife, his touching shout-out to his wife, and a deep dive into the Steelers' Week 1 overreactions. Don't miss any of the action. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a like on this video, and let us know your biggest takeaways in the comments below. Plus, follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.